We're going to be getting started in just a few moments. My name is Judy Allmon, and we're about to start a Thursday night business overview for LifeVantage. Just about another few seconds here, and we'll make sure we get everybody on that's getting here. Hope everybody's having a good day and a good evening. We've had some beautiful spring weather here in Missouri, and I don't know where everybody's tuning in from tonight, but glad to have everybody on. For those of you that have been trying to get some people invited, but maybe they were not able to get on tonight, this will be recorded and available tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and get started here. My name is Judy Allmon. I'm Elite Pro 8 with LifeVantage. I've been with this company for about 11 years. And I don't know about you. Have you ever had something that just, you just really thank your lucky stars, but you were in the right place at the right time? So tonight, this might be that for you. maybe for your health, and maybe for your wealth, and maybe for both. Like I said, about 11 years ago, a good friend of mine sent an ABC primetime investigative report video to me. And at the time, I was a very successful business owner. I was involved in several businesses, and I really wasn't looking for an opportunity. But what I heard in that recording, talking about different types of diseases and how the body could be reactivated to help itself, really caught my attention. And so I got back to him and not only got on the product, but we got started with the business, and it really changed my life on both levels. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. And I'm not here to sell you. You can check everything I'm about to say. We're a publicly traded company, so you can check all this information out. I'm merely here to share some information to you and with you. And somebody thought enough of you to invite you to be on this call tonight. So just take a listen, make notes, get back to the person who invited you, and thank them for inviting you, and let them know your thoughts, what you like the most. So what I want to really talk about first, I want to talk about our health. And I don't know about you, but we're really kind of being hijacked daily. And the whole idea of hijacking, it's when like an aircraft is seized and they force the craft to go to a different location, or they use it for their own purposes. And so in our environment, the food, the water, our environment, personal things like stress, technology, overstimulation, computers like I'm using right now, all these things can impact our bodies at a cellular level, and it impacts our health. It not only causes decline and illness, but it literally causes aging. So you're kind of rusting from the inside out. I mean, did you know that, we've had 85,000 different chemicals added in just, since the Industrial Revolution. So that's just chemicals alone. Now you can do the best you can to eliminate these, but for the most part, I mean, you're not living in a bubble. It's life in the 21st century. And all of this kind of dims the lights, so to speak, if a good analogy. Just like if you used a dimmer switch or a rheostat, those lights slowly go down. You kind of don't even realize what's going on. And all of a sudden, you're just not feeling your best. Do you ever have the feeling like you're not as well? Or maybe, you're cloudy, sluggish, bad mood, lack of motivation, increased stress, fatigue. I mean, we're all under so much stress. And in the last year with the COVID pandemic, that has added even more, because not only because of the concern about illness, but maybe loss of a job, or having to have kids home for homeschooling. So what's really happening at a cellular level when that light is dimming, so to speak, is we're having a buildup of oxidative stress. So free radical damage builds up. Our mitochondria don't work as well. That mitochondrial function declines. Also, there's proteins in our cells called sirtuins, and they decline. And there's many more different things. But the good news is this can be reversed by cellular activation, not by supplementation, but reactivating certain protein pathways in the cell and creating synergy. So science had discovered a long time ago that our genes are actually coded. They contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. But sometimes the genes get off whack, kind of like a piano getting out of tune. But what if you could retune those genes? What if you could leverage them with the flip of a switch? Would you do it? Well, I started this like 11 years ago, and I can tell you that it makes all the difference in the world. The first thing is the oxidative stress. Do you know that damages the integrity of your cell? It reduces our body's natural defenses. It produces certain types of well, I would just call it rusting from the inside out. Much like you're looking at this apple right now, you bite into an apple, when air gets to it or oxidation, the flesh of the apple turns brown. And that oxidation in our cells slows our own production of indirect antioxidants over time. And this starts when we're very young. But this oxidative stress is literally responsible not only for decline, but also for our aging process. What they found out was that there's a NRF2 pathway that can be reactivated by the synergistic compounding of 5 all-natural botanical ingredients. In this particular compounding is a product called Protandim, the NRF2 synergizer, and it is proven to work 100% of the time on mammals to lower oxidative stress, an average of 40% in 30 days. Now this is our flagship product, and you can get this product all by itself. It sells for $50 a month. Very reasonable for what this can do to lower that oxidative stress for you. And there's nothing on the planet that has been proven to measurably reduce your oxidative stress that much and that quickly. Now, once you've done this, you think, well, how important is that? Well, Washington State University actually did a meta-analysis of different scientific studies that were at pubmed.gov, and they determined that this technology of NRF2 is, quote, likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future, the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. Now, I want you to really read that again, to think about all the different breakthroughs in health, and for Washington State to determine that NRF2 activation is the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health or medicine. That's a pretty big statement. And they weren't doing it based on anyone asking them to do that. There was something that they were looking into because of the increase of study in NRF2 activation and also in oxidative stress, which has increased markedly over the last 10, 15, 20 years. Now, what causes this, or what happens? Well, we talked about this dimming. And even when we're young, 20 years old or so, our body reduces its ability to fight the free radical damage. We don't have this indirect antioxidant protection. But, and this is where, as you can see this graph, it declines from, 2021, on through 40, 60, and it really literally moves us on to decline and death. But with the Protandim NRF2 synergizer, just 1 caplet a day, look at how this maintains the indirect antioxidant protection. Now, so you're talking about things like glutathione, catalase, and other types of indirect antioxidants that you really cannot take effectively. You have to have, your own body has to produce them. So once we have this being produced, then you have, glutathione helps with toxic reduction, and catalase helps with, rebuilding tissue, and so forth. It all works to help the body work better. And again, don't take my word for it. If you go to pubmed.gov, you type in Protandim, you'll see all of these different studies. And these have been published in some of the most prestigious journals of medicine out there. You can see some of the different ones. But go look them up, and you'll see these studies. The thing that I find very interesting is, for a botanical, you have dozens of independently initiated and independently funded studies on a brand specific botanical product. And no, and when I say independent, no one funded it in our company. No one initiated the study or asked for that to be done for an end. This was all done because of these prestigious institutions' desire to learn more about Protandim, the NRF2 synergizer. So we didn't stop there. We next began to look at some of the other causes of decline and disease. And one of these is dysfunctional mitochondria. So we looked at what switches were there to reactivate mitochondrial health. And if you kind of go back in time, maybe think about 5th grade science, and the mitochondria are the little powerhouses in the cell. They help with energy, and not like the energy of, running down the street, but the energy in our cells, in our heart and our brain, so that our organs function well. So this mitochondrial decline happens over time, just like the decline, with oxidative stress. Once that happens, we're not able to produce the new mitochondria as effectively. And with dysfunctional mitochondria, you even have other diseases that are connected to that. But what we found was the NRF1 protein pathway was connected to mitochondrial function. And by taking an NRF1 synergizer, the Protandim NRF1 pathway, again, created with all natural botanical products, created with a patented synergistic blend, you could increase that production of the mitochondria by nearly 70%. Again, a product that's, just over $1 a day, for you to take, and it's all natural, no negative side effects from it, no counterindications for any other medications you would be taking. So these are two really powerful things, the NRF1 and the NRF2. But again, we didn't stop there. We were looking at the sirtuin activity, and there are about 7 different sirtuin proteins in the cell. And these do a variety of different things, but one of the things that it does is it degunks the cell. So what does that mean? The cell, with doing all this work that it does, produces toxins or garbage. And so if it doesn't have anything to clean it up, this gunk will build up. That's not very scientific, but you get the picture. So that also interferes with telomere protection and the way the DNA is protected in the cell. So we came along with an NAD pathway that could, in 24 hours, reactivate the sirtuin production. So now this creates the third Protandim product. There's like 3 legs of the stool, or the 3 theories of aging: oxidative stress, dysfunctional mitochondria, and sirtuin production or sirtuin activity. And again, a little over $1 a day for this particular product. But what if you took them and you could flip all 3 switches at the same time? I mean, how many of you, raise your hand, how many of you would be interested in reducing the oxidative stress, improving your mitochondrial function, and improving your sirtuin production all at the same time? Well, not only can you do that, but look what happens when you take all 3 at one time. They actually work even better. So, it's like even more bang for the buck. And the 3 products together, you're looking at less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks a day. It's a great, it's a great value. And I'll tell you, the people that take this product, I'm not making claims, but the products are not the miracle. The body is the miracle. So when you're taking these products, you're going to help your body do its best to help itself to stay healthy and vibrant and youthful for as long as it possibly can. So, I don't know about you, but are you ready to flip the switch? Are you ready for better mood, for better motivation, healthier living, better longevity, better mental focus and concentration, better mental and physical energy, you know, inflammatory response, healthy vascular system? I mean, hello, who wouldn't want that? I'm just telling you, to me, this is a no-brainer to have these three products in this Tri-Synergizer. And look at this. When you're getting this, you get it with free shipping, 30-day money-back guarantee, and you're talking, again, less than $5 a day. I mean, to me, it's not even a question. So why stop there? The thing I love about this company, they're always innovating, and they've come up with ways to take this technology of NRF2 particularly and apply it to different systems within the body: skin, brain, gut health, weight management. The weight management, again, this is not just a diet product. This is about reducing the visceral fat around the organs, helping keep, your body, at its best. Skincare, this is a skincare. The Louisiana State determined that Protandim could help reduce skin cancers by about 57%, and even reduce the remaining ones by 30%. So the company went about creating a topical version of Protandim, and that launched not only the True Science skincare, but also the hair care. So, you can see all the way through, the question is what system in your body do you not want to activate? And you can even activate it for your dogs with Pectandem, because that's like the Protandim for dogs. So again, we're not here to sell you. And in fact, this whole business about what we do is not selling. We share. And in fact, that's even why this company came to be. We started in retail, but shelves don't talk. And Protandim literally sat on the shelves and didn't sell. It was in GNC and Rite Aid and Walmart and all different kinds of stores, but it wasn't selling because people, frankly, they didn't know what a Nerf 2 activator was, if they had a Nerf 2, or if they wanted to activate it. So why buy it? But stories are better, right? Stories are better than advertisements, or better than sales pitches. And when your good friend tells you about something, you're going to be more interested, and you're going to trust that information. And so when our company started back in 2009, it started with the stories, and the company took off and, literally never looked back. We're 11 years old. We're headquartered in Utah, in the United States, publicly traded on NASDAQ. You can look it up. It's LFVN. We're debt-free. In fact, we have millions in the bank. We're governed by a board of directors that includes former executives of Coca-Cola, Airbnb, Amazon, SGC Johnson, and more. It's just literally sounds, I always say the worst thing about the products and the opportunity, they both sound too good to be true, but it's all true. And it's also backed by trends. I mean, have you ever in history, seen more people concerned about their health and their wellness and their vitality? Especially in this last year. Even before last year with the pandemic, we saw over 60% increase in wellness sales across the board in the last 8 years. And you're looking at everything from anti-aging, skincare, hair care, pet care, energy, and weight loss. This is a $600 billion multi-faceted market. Now, back in 2017, it was skewed toward more topical things: cosmetics, makeup, lipstick, hair color. But look what happened in 2018. Those numbers flipped, and the increase moved into the direction of holistic wellness and things where people wanted to take control of their health. And in this particular business, this is a network marketing model. It's truly the perfect model. And it's almost even more perfect now with more people looking to work from home, to have flexibility, to maybe add um, an additional revenue stream, if you will. And with a virtual office, minimal business assets, I can work from anywhere in the world as long as I have Wi-Fi and a computer. I have no inventory. It's kind of like having a mini Amazon. If somebody wants to get products because I've recommended them, I can just send them a link to LifeVantage. They're shipped. I get the credit. I get the commission. I get the check. I get paid every week. And it's awesome. Low entry costs. I mean, look, I've been in business before, and I can tell you, I've never had a business that had less entry costs than this, or less ongoing costs. Plus, on top of that, home-based business gives me all kinds of advantages for tax advantages and so forth. It's made for social sharing. I mean, come on, we've got, our company has set us up with the tools for just sharing a short 2-minute video to literally just take somebody's temperature, so to speak, see if they have any interest at all. If they have interest, there's additional information you can share. It makes it so simple. Look, you don't have to know all about science and technology. You don't have to even know about business. The company has literally put together a business in a box, so to speak. Your personal online store. You have an app that you can use that's free, daily bonuses. It's just amazing. So how much money can you make? Well, I can show you these numbers because we're publicly traded, and we by law show our annual earnings. This is a public disclosure. So let's not look at everything, lots of numbers, lots of black and white, but let's look at the Pro 3. This is kind of an entry level position. I would say, it just takes a few months to get to Pro 3 if you're really motivated and you're coachable. And the average monthly commissions for a Pro 3 is a little over $600 a month. Now, that's not tons of money, but it's a car payment. It would pay for groceries. It might make a difference in someone's household. In fact, I think around $500 is about the level that would make a difference for most households, just to cover bills. But if you take it a little bit more seriously and you want to go to Pro 5, that's over $3,000 a month. Now that could replace an income for a lot of families. And if you take it really seriously and you go into the elite ranks like I have done, that's a 6-figure annual income. Just for sharing with somebody some information that, frankly, I always say, who do I dislike enough not to share? It's not for me to make the choice. It's for me to share and let them make the choice on whether they're interested in the products, the business, or both. How do you get involved? We have a variety of different ways you can get involved. All of them involve the starter pack, which is $50. But I will tell you, historically, the very best way to get involved is the platinum pack. It has everything, every product that we sell. It has an additional 35% savings over list price. So you're truly set up, not with inventory, but to sample all the products. I mean, look, if you were gonna open a McDonald's, would you really leave fish fillet off the menu? Would you really leave French fries off the menu? I mean, you got to know all the products that you're going to sell. So you get the platinum pack. You can know all the products. You can sell those products if you want to recoup some of your investment, of course. But you even get an all access event ticket for an event upcoming. In fact, boy, how lucky are you? We have an Elite Academy coming up. The weekend of March 13th, so you can get involved. I mean, even if you're just kind of kicking the tires on this business, go to Elite Academy. It's all virtual. You don't even have to pack a bag. Get online, watch, learn more, and see if this isn't everything I'm telling you in a wonderful business. So you might be saying, well, can I do this? I've never done anything like this before. I've only had a job. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with having a job. I mean, keep your job. But linear work, no matter if you sweep streets or you're a brain surgeon or you're the president of the United States. I mean, so like you're trading time and production for money, right? But in leverage, like let's say you wrote a book or you're a movie star or you're in network marketing, you do the work and you get paid over and over. And I love that model because there's times when you can't work. Maybe you're injured. Maybe you just have an upset in your life, like COVID comes along. So, it's nice to have an additional revenue stream. And with all the support that you get, global customer support, a very easy to follow system. I mean, look, our training system is 2 pages. I mean, anybody can do this. We have regular team meetings. Every Saturday there's training. All of this is free, except for the Elite Academy has a small cost, but again, it's so worth it. And we have keynote speakers that you would be paying hundreds of dollars for to go see, and they're coming into you in the comfort of your own home. You can even replay those recordings if you want, or have someone over, a guest over. So tell me a little bit more about the company you say, network marketing. How good of a company can this be? Well, it's an awesome company. I mean, not only, one of the best places to work year over year, but they have expanded around the world. We're in dozens of countries. We have, like I said, tremendous people on our board of directors. Erin Brockovich, you might remember her, from her movie, the movie about her, but she's a customer advocate, and she was just so moved by the company and the products and the things that they had done that she was moved to get onto the board of directors. We've won Stevie Awards multiple times for our products. We're added not only to NASDAQ, but to the Russell 3000. So, it's a solid stock. Again, every quarter, the company shows more profits. A year ago, January, we rang the bell at NASDAQ. This is something that companies like Airbnb and Amazon and Facebook have rung the bell, but so did we. We also are the front of Jersey sponsor for the Salt Lake Real. And like I said, we're in dozens of markets, and that's expanding all the time. But again, it's not all about making money. We also make a difference. We have a legacy foundation where we have been involved in a variety of different types of missions, including water wells. But this one that's being shown is building houses in Mexico, and we've been doing that for several years. So where do you go from here? Well, I've given you a lot of information. Hopefully you've been taking notes. You either need a little bit more information, maybe you want to go over it. You could listen to this again or get with the person who invited you, ask them for more information. Maybe you just want to get on the product. You want to become a customer. Awesome. Get back to that person who invited you and say, I'm ready to get on these products like yesterday. Or maybe you say, look, this looks like the opportunity I've been waiting for. This looks like what I've been needing to help me bridge the gap to maybe make, to make up the money that I've lost, or I want to make more. I want to be able to, make those things happen for my kids. And, that's one of the things I will tell you is, as you make your decision, think about that, how your family remembers you. Life goes by really quickly, and it's not going to be for the accolades. It's not going to be for, how many hours you worked or how much money you made, but it's going to be for how much time you spent in your kids' lives and the types of philanthropic work you did and the good you did while you were here. And having a business like this gives me the time to do those types of things. So again, thanks so much for your time. Get back to the person who invited you. Let them know where you stand. And again, my name's Judy Allmon. I appreciate your time tonight, and make it a great day. Make it a great life.